April 1846. President Polk sends American troops into disputed Mexican territory between the Nueces and Rio Grande rivers. He's waiting for Mexico to respond. He wants war. He needs an excuse. Subscribe now because what I'm about to tell you about how America stole half of Mexico will shock you. Mexican General Pedro de Ampudia sees American troops in Mexican territory. Texas seceded only 10 years ago. Now Americans push further. This is invasion. Mexico must respond. April 25, 1846. Mexican cavalry attacks American patrol led by Captain Seth Thornton. 11 Americans killed. Polk has his excuse. American blood shed on American soil. War begins. May 11, 1846. Polk addresses Congress. Mexico has invaded our territory and shed American blood upon American soil. Congress declares war immediately. The lie works. General Santa Anna, exiled after losing Texas, returns to lead Mexico. He promises victory. He's charismatic, experienced, but his army has outdated weapons and unpaid, hungry soldiers. May 8, 1846. First major battle. American artillery with modern cannon slaughters Mexican forces. American flying artillery moves and fires quickly. Mexicans have never seen this technology. Massacre. February 1847. Santa Anna attacks General Taylor's 5,000 troops with 15,000 Mexicans. 3-1 advantage. After 2 days of brutal fighting, Americans hold. Santa Anna retreats. Mexico's last hope dies. March 1847. General Scott lands 12,000 troops at Veracruz, Mexico's largest port. First major amphibious assault in U.S. history. Siege begins. Modern American artillery pounds the city mercilessly. Scott marches 12,000 troops from Veracruz to Mexico City, 200 miles through mountains. Every Mexican town resists. Guerrilla attacks constant. Americans retaliate against civilians brutally. September 13, 1847. Americans attack Chapultepec Castle, Mexico City's last defense. Military Academy students teenagers defend it. 6 boy cadets die fighting rather than surrender. Los Nia plus or minus os ha copyright rows become eternal Mexican symbols. September 14, 1847. American forces occupy Mexico City. Santa Anna flees. Mexican government collapses. The capital flies the American flag. Total defeat. Mexico's nightmare realized. February 2, 1848. Mexican diplomats sign the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. Half of Mexico surrendered. America pays $15 million euro mockery disguised as purchase. Theft made legal through coercion. Mexico lost California with its gold. Lost Texas oil fields. Lost Arizona copper. Lost Nevada silver. Lost agricultural paradise of New Mexico. Lost everything that made America rich. In Mexico, 1848 never ended. Every child learns about the theft. Pobre ma copyright Zico, tan lejos de Dios y tan cerca de los Estados Unidos. Poor Mexico, so far from God and so close to the United States. The war destroyed Mexico's economy, military, and national unity. Political instability followed. Within 7 years, French forces would occupy Mexico City again. The wounds never healed. Mexicans in ceded territories became Americans overnight. The treaty promised their land rights would be respected. Within decades, American courts stripped them of nearly everything. Second theft. In America, the war became heroic expansion. Textbooks called it Manifest Destiny, God's plan for America to reach coast to coast. The invasion became adventure story. Theft became progress. The theft created modern immigration debates. Mexicans crossing the border are often returning to land stolen from their great-grandparents. The border crossed them, not vice versa. America never apologized. Never paid reparations. Never acknowledged theft. Instead, labeled Mexicans as immigrants in their own ancestral land. The injustice compounded through denial. America stole half of Mexico and built its richest states on that theft. Mexico has never recovered. The question remains, when does theft become legitimate? Does time make conquest acceptable? Or does injustice persist until acknowledged? America took 525,000 square miles from Mexico in 2 years. Called it manifest destiny. Mexico calls it theft. Subscribe if you want history they don't teach in American schools. Comment: does historical conquest become legitimate over time? Or does theft remain theft forever? Share this because Mexican perspective on American expansion matters. The border wasn't natural, it was drawn at gunpoint. And the consequences of 1848 still shape both nations today.